Hey everybody, Frank from Velocity Money Mortgage. Listen, money mindset is huge. Stick with me to the end because there's a couple of things that I want to discuss that I think people have to wrap their heads around to understand that the wealthy, if they weren't born with money, got wealthy because they had the right mindset. Example, grandma who lived through the Great Depression, or maybe great grandma who lived through the Great Depression, sees mortgages as a necessary evil, right? Primary residence, live in the house, pay it off as quickly as possible. And I agree. We want to pay off the mortgage as quick as possible. But then you go to a guy like Robert Kiyosaki, and I read this book literally in my 20s, and he talks about using leverage to buy real estate. That's part of what I teach. If we use the bank's money to buy the property and the tenant's money to pay off the property, we're using debt wisely, right? Where else, other than in America, could you figure out how to get a $400,000 property for 3.5% down? And if you live in that property for a year, you then could turn it into a rental and have someone else pay it off for you. So imagine if you could get $1 million worth of real estate for $50,000 or less. We have that in our program. So it's about getting your head around, what do you really want to do with money? Do you really want to be a millionaire? Do you really want to own real estate? Or is it just a pipe dream? Like, that would be nice someday. That's not how it works. If you want to get in shape, you can't just join a gym. You have to go to the gym and you actually have to do the work. Now, we have a program which takes away a lot of the fear because the math makes sense. And we teach people that if the math makes sense, that's when you strike, and that's why when you strike confidently. Now, have you ever heard of the Parkinson's law? That's when we earn, somebody starts out making 80 grand a year, all of a sudden they're doing really well, now they're making 150, a year later they're making 200. We spend according to what we make. So part of this in learning the Velocity Money principles is actually being disciplined in our growth, in our spending. What's the spending of the money cost us on future opportunities? Think about this one also. Very interesting. When we spend, we often get pleasure, right? Go shopping for clothes or cars or boats or whatever. When we save, it's pain. Why? Because saving money means that we can't go buy that thing. But watch this. If you do that in the first place, then fast forward 6 months from now. Now we've spent, which will equal pain because we didn't save and we have no money in the bank. So we have to think, what is this doing for me in the short term? And what is this doing for me in the long term? One of my previous videos, we discussed how we spend money on credit cards, we pay minimums while we're paying extra money towards the mortgage. We have to get our money mindset, in a wiring, in a diagram, in order, right? And some of that is the principles of how to use debt wisely, how to pay off debt, how to get rid of bad debt, and how to get ahead. I had a customer today who's throwing tons of money into their retirement, tons of money into their savings plan, and they don't have any cash flow. So now they want to go buy a house and they're like, but my net number on what I take home is very low. And I'm like, well, great. How much is going into that savings? $1,800 a month. Okay, we're probably gonna have to use some of that for the mortgage, but now there'll be a greater balance because they have a mortgage, they have a savings, they have retirement. So money mindset is so important. Before we get to the point where we give you a roadmap of exactly what the action plan is, how to own 3 pieces of real estate, or even if you're a first-time home buyer, very scared, very green, you're renting right now, you know that's not the long-term play, we can get you some of our first-time homebuyer videos, which get your head around things like down payment, closing costs, payments, how to get the best interest rate, right? What it takes to become a homeowner. And then we can graduate you into what does it take to then own your second, third, and fourth property. I'm here to tell you guys, it's not as hard as you think it is. easy for me to say, right? Because I've bought and sold over 50 properties and I own a mortgage company, so we do loans for people. But at the end of the day, we show you the mechanics, we help you with your mindset, we tell you what you qualify for, we help you buy real estate, then we're gonna help you have other people paying off your real estate for you. So I love this topic. I talk to my borrowers about it all the time. Half the time I'm just a psychologist because people are talking to me about their feelings when it comes to money, because a lot of times our money makeup came from our childhood, right? How our parents raised us, what they went through, and then our early year experience with money, and we create that mindset. We're here to break those chains. We're here to bless you with the knowledge and experience of the mistakes that I've made, and believe me, I've made plenty. I've gotten 3 or 4 Harvard educations, and help you get on track mechanically, systematically, right? We incubate your money, and we help accelerate your money. And when we buy real estate, we're buying at 90, 95 cents on the dollar. Thanks everybody, God bless. More to come on this. Let's get our minds right and buy some real estate.
What was that?
I don't know.
Guys, let's get our minds right. Why do I keep doing this? Guys, let's get our money mindsets right. Okay, can you focus, camera, please? Hello, focus on my eye. My eye. Thank you. All right, guys, let's get our money mindsets right. If you go into something thinking that you're gonna lose money and you're afraid and you're not willing to take risks, you're not gonna win. Money's simply a game. You came into this world with no money and you're gonna leave with no money. So while you're here, be able to provide for your families. Frank is on the phone right now, providing for the family. But it's more than just providing for your family. What if you could be providing while being at your son's baseball game? You're spending time with them, but because you own 3 pieces of real estate that are paying you, you can just be with your family and enjoy it. Live the life you dream of. Let's go. No, dude, I am. This is... I used to be such a nervous wreck on camera. Yeah, dude, there was a podcast trial me and Cole did a year ago, and we were just sitting in this skyscraper in Hoboken, and we're we set up my GoPro, and I'm now we got the $2,000 camera with the, I don't know how much this tripod is and these mics, bro. We got at least a $3,000 setup. We're going places, baby. That's it for today, guys. Make sure that you subscribe to the Velocity of Money, and yeah, let's go, baby.